was finals week. So finals week, I think it was a Tuesday or Wednesday, and everybody's in there trying to cram in their last minute of studies.
I walked in the UNO library, and I was going there so I could do a little extra studying.
It was just a stressful time during finals week, and I don't know if it's the stress got to this particular individual, but I do know that there was some back and forth between them about keeping it down in the library.
There was a guy not too far away that had been being loud, and he had noticed it for a while, and then he had noticed other students were starting to get irritated by it.
Walked over and tapped him on the shoulder, asked him if he could be more quiet. I was like, hey, you're disrupting people in here trying to study for finals. And he instantly got upset. Right away. He basically FU'd me. And
I had heard people talking kind of really loud, and their voices were raising, kind of yelling a little bit. So I hopped up and walked back over to where Brandon was. I noticed that it was him, and he was in an argument with this guy. What's going on, guys? Why are you too upset? And, Brandon looks at me. He's like, he's just being really rude, and he's talking on the phone super loud, and I'm just trying to ask him to take it out front.
The guy just kept getting more aggressive and raising his voice, and just started kind of shouting and things like that. And that's when he said he pulled out the knife.
As soon as I saw the metal coming out and realized what it was, I grabbed his wrists and pinned him down to the chair. And the person that was with me, I was just yelling at him to grab the knife from him.
I grab the knife and I'm pulling it out of his hand. I take the first one, I throw it across the room.
At another point, he started reaching for another knife. So Micah, that was with me, saw him reaching in his pocket again, and he started pulling out another knife. At that time, I grabbed his hand and started pulling his hand away, and Micah reached down, grabbed the knife out of his pocket, and then threw it on the ground.
It was Micah that saw the second knife, so if Micah hadn't been there, then he could have grabbed that other knife, and then he could have done something serious.
I think a hero is someone who goes above and beyond to be selfless and put themselves potentially in harm's way.
A hero? Oh, I don't know. Somebody that puts others before themselves and stands up in the face of danger and does something very heroic when maybe odds are against them, and they just, I don't know, thinking for the greater good.
Brandon is definitely a hero because, not just because of what he did in the library and protecting himself and others, but I think just what he does every day as an active duty military person.
Brandon made that first move, and then he kind of inspired that inside me to help him, and I couldn't just watch him, struggle and fight by himself. So I think that part of him being a hero helps bring out the hero in other people.
Micah had no training of any kind. I've never been in any situation like that. So for him to step up and he saw that something needed to happen, and he just knew that something needed to happen, and for him to be there like that, I think that took some courage on his part.